Thanks to all of your cooperation, we've been able to convey whatever ECI's instructions are, whatever we have as a team, both at the CEO office, at the RO office, and more generally at the districts, both the police and the civil establishments, what preparations we have done, we have been doing since the announcement of elections on March 16th by the Election Commission of India. So, first of all, I would like to thank you for extending your full cooperation. You have disseminated whatever information we've tried to pass on to you, and we've tried to the best of our ability to answer to your queries as well.
Out of 60 assembly constituency, people voted for 40 assembly constituency, as you all know. Other than this 60 assembly constituency, the vote casted by the people, we were also having the postal ballot. Postal ballot of two kinds. First, postal ballot casted by the polling officer who were on duty. So they have been given the postal ballot. I will tell the numbers also. And then there are service voters, the people of Nagaland who are in the forces, they are working outside. That is called ETPBS. So total ETPBS, we transmitted 7863. And then I am coming to the counting part. First, EVM count. Altogether, the valid vote, which I would say, valid vote does not include the vote given to the NOTA and rejected vote. Total valid vote, that is EVM count plus postal ballot. Postal ballot I will also give separate figure, but altogether it is 7,59,150, around 7.59 lakh. Out of 7,59,150, the winning candidate, that is Mr. Supongmeren Jamir, he got 4,01,951 votes. The running candidate, Dr. Chumben Murry from NDPP, he got 3,50,967 votes. So winning margin is 50,984 votes. Other than this, we were having three candidates. The independent candidate, Mr. Hayithung Tungoe Lotha, he got 6,232 votes. There was an option of NOTA. NOTA total got 1,646. There are additional category, that is rejected vote. The vote which cannot be counted, could not be counted. It is 2,393. So altogether, if you include the valid votes polled, NOTA, rejected vote, it comes 7.63 lakh. While coming to the postal ballot, I said there are two kind of postal ballot. Postal ballot issued for the polling officer who was duty, that was 1206 number. And out of total ETPBS, we received 4,829. So that means total postal ballot, first and second category, is 6,035. Out of 6,035 postal ballot, the valid postal ballot which we counted is 3,642. 3,642 valid vote, and then 2,393 were rejected, invalid. Out of 3,642 valid postal ballot, Dr. Chumben Murry got 895. Yes, Supongmeren Jamir, he got 2,439. Independent candidate, Mr. Hayithung, got 182. NOTA, none of the above option, 126. So this is the detail about the votes which we counted today. The counting is done at the district level, all the DOs, 15 plus 1 Pughoboto, and then postal ballot was counted at my office. See, when there, as I said, there are two kinds of postal ballot. One postal ballot issued to the polling officers who are on duty. So there are two parts in that. One is declaration. Declaration consists of the candidate's signature, and then it is attested by any of the gazetted officer. And then after that there will be a ballot. If declaration is missing, if declaration is incomplete, so that will also come under the category of invalid. But other than this, when we count ballot, if suppose the person did not mark in any of the option, there is no option, that will also come invalid, because you cannot find out the candidate whom he has given vote. So this is the invalid category for postal ballot, which were given to the polling officers. For ETPBS, there are two kind of exercise. First, before actual going for the counting of ETPBS, there is a pre-ETPBS exercise. Because we transmit it through electronically, we got the return ETPBS. To get it genuinely, whether this ETPBS is genuine or not, there is a SOP for that. The QR scanner is there are three categories. C is outer envelope, A is again declaration, and B is ballot. So we have to go by the SOP provided by the commission. If the person who is doing the QR scanning, if he is able to scan all three, C, A, B, then it will be valid for counting. If CAB is not able, in any of the CAB is not able to scan, there is a provision, but if anyhow is missing or something like that, you cannot scan properly, then it will be invalid in first term. Once we separate the valid invalid, it will again come to the counting table. The same exercise which we do for the we did for the postal ballot for polling officer, again we repeat it. Declaration should be properly inside the envelope. After that, postal should be clear that the person is giving vote to that. So there are so many scrutiny before we go for the actual ballot counting. So these are the criteria where we got so much rejection. Most of them are declaration was not proper, they were missing, like that. The postal ballot, as I said, rejection is basically there are two things. Declaration, that is called A, form A, then ballot, it should be readable. There are only two mistakes there. So most of the postal ballot, either they are not having the declaration or it is not properly signed by gazetted officer, not signed by the candidate, not signed by the person who is giving the ballot. See, once it is rejected, we don't count it. See, although there was zero poll casted, but all the provision for the counting were done. The commission also appointed observer. They were observer. The counting halls were made, and then counting process also gone as per the guideline. Although there was a zero, but whole counting process is also completed there. Time, see, there are two kind of times. First they complete and then they upload on the system. So when they complete, I don't have the information, but when they upload on the portal, that information I have. So by 12:30 they were completed, all completed, eastern part. But actually they may have completed before that. See, EVM you can count very fast. No? The EVM even it was counted I think before 12:31. But when it comes to the ETPBS requires pre-counting exercise. So there were 4,829 ETPBS, and then we are having 20 tables for scanning. So generally in 1 minute you can scan 1.15 on an average ETPBS. So if you divide 4829 by 1.15, it will come substantial hours. And then we were having 20 tables. So roundabout it's a 4.5 hour, 5 hour time taken for the QR scanning of ETPBS. So that takes a lot of time. After that it will come to the actual counting. That again takes 2.5 hours, 3 hours. So that's why the EVM doesn't take time, but scanning of ETPBS takes time.
If I can add a couple of sentences here. So before we would want to meet you, we thought that all the formalities should be completed. And the Commission's instructions are very clear that instead of focusing on the speed, what we should focus on is the accuracy. So the RO was cutting and dotting. I mean, basically he was ensuring that all the I's are dotted and the T's are cut, and then the declaration of election certificate has also been handed over to the winning candidate. So we thought let all the formalities get over and then let us meet you. So that is also partly why meeting all of you got delayed.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube and Twitter.